Hello, here we are, off for a nice walk with the dog. I say a nice walk with the dog. The dog has disappeared off down the trail while I walk along. Today is the day that Rachel Reeves talks about her spending. It sets effectively what is the budget for the next year, although it's not formally speaking a budget. It's just some spending plans. There's a load of money being splashed around. But it strikes me that actually the problem we have is that there are layers upon layers upon layers of rules, and those rules are esoteric, they overlap, they have differing priorities, and it feels like the best option, the absolute 100% best option would be to, if you're an incoming government, to take a helicopter view, step back from all of this and say, right, these are the things, these are our priorities, these are the things that we want to do, these are the things we want to fix, the issues we want to resolve, and then you set your policies accordingly based on that. But no government ever seems to do this. What they do is they play with the existing rules. They might invent some new things, some new ways of taxing or spending, or some new rules around, fiscal responsibility or other things. But they don't actually stand back and say, right, what has the country been getting right? What's it been getting wrong? I don't know whether this is a problem with the civil service in the UK. It might be. I don't know whether it's a problem of the lack of thought in government. I doubt that. I don't believe that that's the case. I don't actually believe that the civil service is that hidebound either. Having worked briefly for the government, met quite a lot of extremely decent and fair-minded and sensible folks. Obviously, there's a somewhat small C conservative bent within the civil service, but beyond that, I don't get it. So, whatever she announces, I think she's probably announcing it right now, I'm not sure it really makes much of a difference, because the truth is that what you need to do is step back and take a big view of the world. It's often said that you can't change too many things in politics, but actually, if you've got the mandate that a government like this has got, they could have done. They can do. They could have taken the risks. Just as an example, we've got this melee going on about winter fuel payments. Winter fuel payments seem like a bad idea to me. They're a one-off thing, a singular thing, when actually what we should be doing, surely, is providing a decent standard of living for anybody who can't, for one reason or another, afford it. Surely, the sensible thing to do would be to have like a minimum amount that you say is something you're going to give to people with some additional entitlements. Imagine if you implemented UBI, Universal Basic Income. You basically said everybody got this money. Oh, but nobody would work and everything. No, we just know that's not true. The vast majority of people, that would just be a tax threshold. So for people who work full time, it would be a tax threshold. But for some people, it would be really quite useful. If pensions, which, remember, pensions were not taxed when the money was taken, so no, you didn't contribute anything with the payments that were put towards your pension, so they should be taxed when they're drawn, right? But that taxation is different for working age people than it is for pension age people. So in other words, you can put money into a pension, invest in that pension, and of course a lot of pensions are not even really truly invested. There's a lot of money. I'm just watching what the dog is doing. He's running off. He's coming back, that's good. Stick to the track, doggo. So I don't know. A lot of these things feel very unfair, and particularly unfair to younger people who will be made to pay for them. And there's another thing. Oh, 2-child benefit cap. Well, hang on a second. We need humans. We have a falling birth rate. We have a problem. The next generation, there won't be enough of them to pay the taxes to fund people's pensions. But we're not going to fund childcare. We're not going to help people with their childcare costs, which, you know, as we know, are a net benefit to society. So all of these things seem a bit weird to me. It seems like there could be a holistic view of these things. There's not going to be one of those. I think it's a real shame. I'll tell you who would get my vote at any election. Is somebody who said, right, actually, we've got a plan for a root and branch review. We're going to completely review all of this stuff. I'm going to try it again. Anyway, that's my thoughts and my thoughts for the day. As I walk through the beautiful countryside of East Northamptonshire. Let me know what you think. Speak soon.